Yeah. Off the rim. That went totally wrong. Oh man. Where are KR and RJ? They disappeared. Statements are being generated.
Another day, another thought. Welcome all to another edition of the Double Thought Show. Hope everyone is doing well. As you guys know, I'm RJ here together with my co-host KR. KR, what's up, man?
I'm okay, man. I was sleeping by the wheel. I was my bad. It's my bad, guys. My mistake.
No, man.
Oh man.
It happens.
Anyway,
It happens. It
it
happens. It
happens.
happens.
Yes, because what you get.
Hey, hey, guys. Thanks to everyone that's watching this pre-recorded live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. Hope you guys enjoy this show.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Today we have a double header for y'all. We have this show, and in a couple of hours, you will have another show. So, if you watch this show, don't forget to spin the block on us and tune in again. So, if you're not subscribed, just press, not subscribed yet, press on that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get a notification when we drop the next episode today, and also of course, the consecutive ones after this one. Guys, remember to follow us on all the socials, Instagram, Facebook. Like this show, like this live show or the rebroadcast if you're rewatching it. It helps us with the recommendations, and yeah, with getting on top and showing the word to other people. We're spreading the word.
Yeah, the gospel.
We're trying to spread the word. I mean, guys, it really helps us if you like the show. We're trying to get our subscribers up. It's growing. It's growing, but it always can be better, you know? That's why you gotta share the video with your friends, your family. And don't forget to distract your enemies with our videos so you can. Oh, you see that wind up? WBC is coming up. The World Baseball Classic is coming up, guys. Gong. Ready to
Strike out.
hit it?
Yeah. So
I'm not like you, man. I was a pretty good player. So
yeah. Well, I stopped playing. I stopped playing baseball when I was like, well, what is Little League? 12 years old?
yeah, 12 or
Yeah,
something. Like that.
Little League. Yeah, guys. But yeah, before we proceed, of course, we have to give you the usual disclaimer. The gesture KR made also falls under the disclaimer. Let's just say he was striking out, guys. Remember that the views and opinions we show on this show, in particularly those expressed in the articles and videos we share on our channel, do not necessarily reflect the thoughts and opinions of the channel nor of KR or myself. All topics are discussed for entertainment purposes only. Remember that viewer discretion is advised, and every single commentary is alleged. We don't know anything around here, guys. Remember as well that for the purpose of this show, we do not function as any type of advisors, life advisors, legal advisors, mental health advisors, or any kind of advisors. If you require assistance in a particular area of your life, we strongly urge you to seek the assistance of the respective professionals in the fields in which you require assistance.
I wanted to say, don't seek, don't seek help from guys named Murdoch. But whatever, that's a horrible joke. Guys, I think we can start with the show, as we always say here at Double Touch Show.
Bora! Hora do show!
It's showtime. Yes, in today's show, we are going to discuss the team Michael Irving. We talked about him a couple of weeks ago during the Super Bowl special we had.
Yeah,
I-
yeah,
During that show, at that show, we had a lot of cases that are still developing,
yeah.
basically opening up the case and then talking about it. It was kind of unexpected, actually, to to have so many cases during the Super Bowl week. Uh, and one of them was Michael Irving. And the question we have today is: will Marriott have to settle with Michael Irving after the latest L? Is it looking? Is this going to a path where they will have no choice but to settle? We will discuss this later and dive a bit more deeper into that. RJ,
Yeah.
I thought you had something to say, but I guess not.
Oh no, no, no. I was just thinking. I was just thinking that. Well, even what. So whatever happens with the case, even even if they settle, they still took away. So they still took away one thing that Irving can never get back, and that is just being present at the last Super Bowl shows. Just expressing himself. He's a very great character. He's a very energetic character, entertaining character, a great sense of humor, and no matter how much he gets paid, and I hope he gets paid, but no matter how much he gets paid, he still missed a very good opportunity. So I think for him it's important to clear his name. I think from the way things are going, it seems like things are heading in that direction, but you don't know for certain in court cases. That's the whole thing. You never know what the other party has up its sleeve.
You never know, but at least if they settle, if they settle, Michael Irving might be able to do the following as he remembers the Super Bowl. Oh man, why isn't it? I'm very sleeping behind the wheel today.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
No, it's on mute.
Okay. Oh, yeah, yeah.
I put it on mute for the one to catch a charge, man.
Okay, okay, okay.
Maybe,
Got it, got it.
maybe he'll be able to dry his eyes with some as he remembers the Super Bowl.
With some
Some
past presidents.
guys,
Yeah, yeah.
I think we can start with the show. Let's start right away.
Where do we begin?
Yeah, so relating to the Michael Irvin case, we talked about it in the previous show. Guys, go take a look at it. We will put it also in the description, so you can link a link to the description. But it's basically what has been reported is that during the Super Bowl week, Michael went to the Marriott where he was staying. I'm gonna summarize it a bit. He had a show before, did the broadcast, went back to sleep and to prepare for the next day, and arrived at the Marriott, took a couple of pictures with fans, talked with a couple of people. Among those people he talked to was one of the workers of Marriott, and it seems all cordial, no problem, anything. He goes up to his suite or his room, and the next day he gets woken up by the Marriott security
Security.
and escorted out of the hotel because there has been alleged by that female employee of Marriott that he did some foul stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And in the days following, we talked about it in a show a couple of weeks ago, as you already said, KR. But what happened between that show and today was that some people were some people who were there, who were present that night, who spoke to Irvin, got interviewed, and they explained the whole situation. I believe there was even a footage of Irving at the location. So on location, talking to some people, and you could see him just talking with people from a distance. Now, I don't know if that so, and they said so at one point he was talking to a female, and they said that that was a female. I don't know if that's the case. So that's why it's important to, I mean, it helps to hear interviews like that, but when you get fragments, bits and pieces, you create the opportunity for rumors. So I
Yeah.
think it's important to have, we need credible sources. And um, usually in cases like this, trying to get when you're trying to get evidence, you need to talk to different people, so interview different people, look for videos, look for a lot of things to piece together what actually happened that on that particular night.
Yeah, and piecing together, it's very important in this case because apparently, apparently, the one who has the key to the safe to that $100 million is Marriott itself.
Yeah.
They have the full interaction apparently on camera.
Yeah, because I think it happened in the lobby, right? It was in the lobby, so it's, of course, they have cameras there.
Yeah. And to look back, I'm gonna just pull up the articles real quick so you can guys can see just a quick look back at the this whole thing. So it was basically revealed update. Michael Irving, former Cowboys wide receiver, will no longer make his Friday guest appearance on First Take, and yes, and he won't be involved in the NFL. That was reported on the 8th, and then it continued with right after, 2 days after, Irving filed that lawsuit.
He didn't wait.
He didn't wait.
Didn't
I
wait.
mean, you gotta strike while the iron is hot. And in this case, he was basically taking huge L's because everyone thought that he might have done something.
Yeah, but that's what they say, right? Is it that falls in line with the whole believe all women culture? A lot of times, as well, in cases like these, even if the person doesn't get convicted, you already you already what's the term, you already
You're
cause
guilty by
damage,
uh,
to the
uh,
person's reputation. Yeah, yeah. And I think what you're about to say, guilty by, or trial by public opinion, also takes place. I think it's in his advantage, because usually in cases like these, where it concerns uh, harassment, you always have to look at the, or no, a lot of times those things happen in a private setting where there are no other witnesses, right?
yeah.
So I think we saw the famous cop. Was it a Tennessee cop? The
A female
cop.
cop with the, let's call it, the group hugging police.
Yeah,
A
yeah.
group. It's a full group.
It was a
It's
it
for
was
like
a
8 guys or something like
it
that.
was a it
What
was a
the heck?
it was a polyamorous unit.
The poly unit.
And she got some backlash, and she got fired as well, together with a couple of,
Everyone got fired, by the way, I think, yeah?
yeah, together with a couple of her colleagues, and they were all
Or
engaging.
lovers, how do you want to call it?
Colleagues or lovers, they were all engaging in romantic acts with one another. I don't know if it was always romantic, but But
Allegedly.
she also came out and said, "Hey, but they did it against my will." So it's like, I don't know to what extent people will believe her. And there was also the the footage of her that came out a couple where she was riding the mechanical bull. I mean, you can't make this up, but you can make but but I mean, it is what it is, man.
That's right. That's right. That's right. You can make
But
this. You cannot make it up, man.
you can.
Oh,
So, but you in that case, you also see that she believed that the easy way out would be just to say, "Hey, it happened against my will."
yeah.
So it's dangerous. But in Irving's case, it's good because the Marriott apparently has videos, right? So
They
case is
should
solved,
have
right?
them. Or
So
they delete them by mistake.
the case is solved, right, KR?
Yeah, you would think. Open and shut case.
Open and
Johnson.
shut case Johnson.
No, but it's if you think about it, you would think indeed that it's a done deal. Well, not done deal on Michael's side, but of course, if you would be on the defendant side, in this case, Marriott, you would try to avoid paying one dime to him, even though you cost him a lot of damage, or let's say your employee cost him in this case the damage. It's very interesting, but as I said, they're trying to avoid, and the way they do it, or they're trying to do it, is by filing a motion to dismiss. Fox News reports that Marriott is trying to have a judge throughout the lawsuit filed by former Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irving. In a new court filing, Marriott argues that Collin County, where Irving's lawsuit was filed, is not the proper venue.
Yeah.
The company, the hotel company, is asking for the case to be dismissed or moved to a federal court in Arizona. The Marriott's lawyers say that the video footage of the incident and any witness that could be called would be in Arizona. They also object to Irving's team's request to turn over the surveillance video based on the lack of personal jurisdiction and improper venue. I mean, you gotta try something, right?
Yeah. It's all a stalling tactic.
You can say, because I think you might have seen this in the past
Well,
as a lawyer.
yeah. Well, as I always said, I'm not a U.S. lawyer, so I can't really speak on
The
that.
stalling stuff.
Yeah. But the stalling stuff is just no. But I just say it in general, right?
Oh, in general. Okay, yeah.
This is my disclaimer. So,
Everything here is educational. We don't give any advice, guys. Listen
Yeah.
to the disclaimer at the beginning.
yeah. So, usually, a lot of people underestimate, or they forget, or some don't even realize that litigation is one of many tactics that people can use in business and in life. So in this particular case, they already moved it, or they filed the motion to move it a couple of times, and they oftentimes do it because it has to do with jurisdiction. But the first judge, the first judge who ordered Marriott to transfer the videos over was found by Marriott to be not not the appropriate judge or court or district to handle the case. Probably because they didn't like the decision that the judge made. But the stalling tactic has to do with a lot of things. The stalling tactic usually has to do with it thinking of strategies, so you stall to think of different strategies, because you can imagine Michael Irvin moved immediately, as you said, KR. Within 2 days, he filed a lawsuit. So, of course, they're trying to buy some time. That's one thing. They're trying to make the Michael Irving spend money on lawyers, because the more he spends, the more and longer he spends money, the more motivated he would be to enter into a settlement deal with Marriott. So it's like, because I think Michael Irvin wants this to stop as well. So they know that Michael Irving wants to clear his name as soon as possible. They know that Michael Irving might be limited to certain shows or certain things on ESPN. So they know that he also wants to settle as soon as possible.
I don't think I've seen him on NFL networks since Super Bowl.
Yeah. So I don't know if I don't know what the exact situation is, but because in principle it's innocent until proven guilty, but I'm guessing the NFL network would also think, hey, you know what? We probably believe you, Michael, but we can't take that risk. We don't want to be the party, the platform that gives you a voice if you get convicted. So Michael Irving can do two things. He can just say, you know what, this is something I'm going to the end. I'm just going to court because I want to get a judgment where my innocence is proven. Or he can choose to settle. But I do think that when the video surfaces, and we as the public can determine for ourselves whether there was something or not, and from the way that Marriott is moving, I think that there's probably nothing there.
Very sketchy.
then I believe that he will definitely, even without a verdict, be found innocent in the eyes of the public. And that might be even more important, especially for someone like him that's a very public figure, that's on a
Public platform as well.
public platform, to clear his name and to be found innocent by the public. That's the most important thing.
Question: what will happen if by mistake, and this is hypothetical, I'm not saying they did it, it's hypothetical, by mistake they would press delete and that video is there not anymore?
Well, then there would be a lack of evidence. And without evidence, I mean, it's innocent until proven guilty. So if they don't have any evidence to prove that he actually did something wrong, and from the looks of it, you had various witnesses that evening who are claiming that Irving did nothing wrong. He was a complete gentleman. He was very kind, very respectable towards everyone there, signing autographs, taking pictures, etc. Or I don't know if he did that actually, but he was
signing autograph and taking pictures.
Yeah. So it would be a difficult case for the prosecutor to convict. So I think that it's definitely not a, so that's a criminal case.
Okay, I was about to say.
But let's say in this case where this is not a criminal case, it's a civil case. Michael Irving is the one that is claiming that he is innocent, right? But if we're talking about, so it's a defamation case.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the the term of this is defamation case. You cannot say something about someone without something bad, or that something that can cause disproportionate damage to someone's reputation without evidence. And the evidence can be a video. It can also be a conviction. You want to have a conviction or something, you know? So at this particular point, so you always have to ask yourself in the case, who has the burden of proof? And in this case, it's the employee of the Marriott, because I'm not going to say victim, is the employee of the Marriott that would need to prove that she had reasonable grounds to claim what he claimed, and that Marriott had to prove that he acted accordingly. So Marriott will probably say, yeah, it's an employee. We had to protect her. We didn't know the facts, so we had to remove him from the property, from the premise, because we didn't know what happened. So that's probably what they will allege, right? So I don't think it's a. So you have to F. So that's why I'm saying it's easier to convict or to reach a public verdict, a verdict by the public, by us,
Public
you and
opinion.
I. Yeah. So by public opinion. But I think a court case would be a bit more complicated because you have the cases against the woman and against the Marriott. So there are two parties.
Okay, clear. I mean, well, so to go back to my question, if they would delete it by accident,
Mhm.
would that be held against them in court? The only evidence he's asking for,
Yeah.
and they don't have it.
Well, the judge can again. So the judge can. The judge has the discretion to decide to make any conclusion he or she wants based on, of course,
On that, okay.
on all information that the judge receives. So that can be a video recording, email, chats, witnesses, expert opinions, but also what the judge witnesses in court. So the judge's observations in court. So the judge definitely has the discretion to decide to reach its own conclusion.
Okay, clear. And after that motion of dismissal by Marriott, the court judge has released, how would you call it? Is it a response, or the official terms for is that just a response to
What are you talking about exactly?
the response of the judge on the dismissal claim and all the is there a legal term for that?
I think you say issues an order.
Yeah. Okay. He issued an order in response to the claims by Marriott, and in that order, AJ Perez revealed that. Guys, see it? Federal judge orders Marriott to turn over the footage of the alleged incident involving Michael Irving. Irving's motion for expedited discovery was granted by the federal judge in Texas. So they have to hand over that video now as soon as possible. And according to that order, the judge also said that they have to do it by the 7th of March.
Yes.
They even have a time deadline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? To just send the video.
Well, maybe it's a big file, you know.
Yeah, it's not.
No, maybe they have bad internet connection down in Arizona.
Maybe.
Maybe, who knows? Who knows? I guess, but I mean they will have to do something now. They will have to hand it over. Must hurt.
Yeah. And if they don't, let's say if they claim now that they lost it, because they didn't say that they didn't have it. So they already accepted that they had the videos, the recordings.
Yes, because they said
We're not
we
giving
cannot
it.
hand it over because we will reveal the
Yeah.
identity of the person who is involved into this. We
Yeah.
cannot censor that person. They came with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. But let's say if they say they lost it, the first conclusion would be, or assumption would be, that they are not cooperating with the investigation. And that would mean that the Marriott would need to prove that it actually lost it and it wasn't its fault. So yeah, they're not going to do that. And the Marriott is we're talking about a very reputable hotel chain. They're not going to, this is a lot of money, but it's not a lot of money for the entire chain. So
My
they're
dog
not.
ate the
My
heart.
dog ate.
Ate heart.
Yeah. But and your question was, I said that and your question was, or you made a remark, I forgot what your remark was.
Well,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but the judge issued an order. The Marriott needs to hand the videos over by March 7th. And yeah, they just need to comply. And I think the video will show if everything happened in the lobby, and from all the stories we hear, that's what actually happened. Then the footage would be like 95% of let's say 95% of the case, as it pertains to the determination of the facts and the things that happened on that day during that time. That's still not the legal battle.
Hmm.
Remember, that's still not the legal battle. So even if they do see that Michael Irvin didn't do anything, the next step would be like, okay, did the woman lie? That's pretty easy to prove, right? If the videos really show that he wasn't even near her, etc. However,
Did he touch her back?
everything will be explained in the video. But the way that Irvin is moving, I don't think he touched her back. But that
Don't
aside,
cry, baby.
a shoulder to cry on, guys.
Oh man, imagine someone try to cry on you, you touch her back, and then you get you get the allocation on you.
Yeah, but
You, do you guys, before you continue, I interrupted. I don't know if you guys have seen pictures by Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves.
Yes, these are very old pictures. But if you look, let me search it up. The man has been moving mad way before the canceling culture thing. This is, I think, this somewhere in 2010. I saw these pictures where the man is taking pictures with fans, but he never touches them. Let me see
Wow.
if I can find it real quick. You can see here. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think I saw this picture.
where he has. You cannot see them though. Let me see if I can open it up real quick. Oh, give me a second. Yeah. So what he usually does apparently um, is that when he takes pictures, his hand always hovers. Here's
Is that touch?
this is crazy. This was early. This is very old, man. Here, hand hovering, hand hovering. It's like a hand hovering. His hand always hovers.
It's a
This
good thing.
man was moving ahead of his time, which is which you would expect from Neo, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Sorry, I interrupted you because this is the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, it's I mean you need to watch. I think there's a politician as well who never meets with women alone.
I can.
I think he always meets. I think where his wife is always present. I mean, you need to watch out, man. You need to
You gotta
watch
watch
out.
out, man. People are Pence. Is it Pence?
It might be Pence.
Mike Pence doesn't dine alone with other women.
Yeah, you need to watch
Um,
out. But
Pence unwillingness to. Oh man, why all these paywalls, man. Pence unwillingness to be alone with women is a symptom of a bigger problem. Yeah, the problem is getting sued.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But the yeah, so the legal issues that would need to be sorted out is whether or not Marriott as well acted in a way that is not on that is not lawful, that wasn't
mm.
fair or proportionate, and they will probably say, "Hey, this HB lied to us, but we didn't know that at the time."
What did you call? What did you say? Wait,
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Yeah,
what did you say?
HB.
Okay. This is. Did you coin it yourself?
No, I didn't. It's called Pig Latin.
Big
It's called.
Latin. Okay. Well, let's not start talking. Well, maybe we should start talking Pig Latin over here.
It's Pig Latin. So the HB said that they're gonna say, "Hey, the HB told us what happened," and
It sounds great though. I have to say the H Bay.
yeah. So the HB, they will say, "Yeah, the HB told us that," and we just the HB is an employee of us, and we had the as employers as the employer, we had the responsibility to protect her, and we had to remove Irving from the premise in order to conduct the investigation. Doesn't seem like they took any action against the lady yet, because if you had conducted the investigation and the video really shows what everyone is saying that it would show, then you would have distanced yourself as the hotel chain from the woman. But I think the hotel chain is also like, yeah, we're not, let the judge tell us that the woman lied, so that way we can protect our reputation as well. It's all a game, man. It's all a game.
So it's this is the game of law, I guess, right?
I've seen him do it.
I guess no one saw him do it, but apparently she's the only one who's seen him do it. It is what it is, guys. You might get a case or two if your hands are not hovering.
Yeah.
This is crazy. How you gotta take a picture with everyone hands? Michael, this is not a legal advice, but
It's a
Maybe you
brotherly
should-
advice. It's a
It's
brotherly,
brotherly advice.
but
For one brother, from two brothers to another brother.
yeah, yeah. So
Let those hands hover from now on.
with the it's no
Oh yeah, you stand like this. Stand like this. Every picture.
no one can tell you anything, man.
They can only say he was putting that itch on. Oh
He
man,
was a being.
it's sad though. It's sad that he had to. He has to. I mean, it's always in hindsight. It's always hard to say. You know, you can say, yeah, maybe Marriott acted too swiftly. Did they do the due diligence correctly? I mean, if the case turns out on Michael's side, would you say that the due diligence that was done that night was not done correctly? I guess, right?
So it's not that simple. It's
Oh,
really
okay.
not that simple. But if it's really obvious what happened, let's say for example that Michael didn't even touch her. She might say, yeah, but the way he spoke to me, I believe that the way he spoke to me was or constitutes as a harassment. The question would then be whether Marriott acted proportionately. And proportionately, in some cases, it's clear. It can clearly be defined, but in other cases, it cannot. And as I said, we are living in a very sensitive era where people are telling us to believe all women. The question is, what is a woman? But the whole issue is that if I was the lawyer of Marriott, I would say, hey guys, just say that you aren't the one that lied. Say that you have the responsibility to protect your employee. And it's not your fault that the woman lied. And we didn't know that at that particular point in time. And when she told us, we had like a short period of time to act. And we had to remove him from the premise. We didn't have time to interview other people because it's a very harsh accusation.
Whereas-
Or
oh.
or perhaps Michael rejected her because they said that Michael went to bed alone that night.
Oh, yo, guys, I want to say something. I don't know. I should. But it's totally disrespectful what I'm about to say.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what the facts are of the case.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. But if that's the case, then will it still help if they would claim that they had to do it because of the urgency and the sensitive matter of the situation?
It can help. It depends on it. It can help to a certain extent because, as I said, it needs to be proportionate. The incident happened on a Monday or Tuesday, something like
Yeah.
maybe a Wednesday.
Early week.
It was an start of the week. And Super Bowl Sunday was, of course, Sunday, and the Super Bowl show started on Friday. So even if they removed Michael Irving on, let's say, Monday or Tuesday, it took Michael 2 days to start the case.
Mhm.
Let's just check it out. So
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
8th,
the
so it
8th?
happened on a Monday, probably Sunday or a Monday. So they had 2 days to check the video. If the video was really clear, all they had to do was call Michael and say, "Hey, Michael," or Michael's lawyer, "we looked at it and our investigation, so our investigation concluded and we can see that it's a lie because it's clear you didn't touch her. People are testifying that you were respectable towards everyone, etc. So we're very sorry. We're offering you an upgrade, free stay for 30 days. They could have done that, you know, even on the days leading up to Super Bowl Sunday or Super Bowl weekend. So that's why I'm saying maybe it was proportionate to remove him, but maybe it wasn't proportionate to not act afterwards. However, as soon as the court case was started, they, being Marriott, and that's just the lawyer side. By saying we're sorry, they accepted that they acted wrong, or it can be misconstrued that way. So they need to double down and handle it in court, just to make sure that the lawyers handle it in a legally solid way where they wouldn't get sued afterwards. So it's really a strategy what happened. So it's not as simple. And especially and to say that it was proportionate or not, we need to it depends first of all on the video, because if he did hug, for example, and his hands were low, I'm not saying that he was grabbing booty, but I'm just saying if it was low, you can say, hey, maybe the girl did see it like that. Even if even if logically you know that when you're going to hug someone, the person is probably going to put his hands around you, and by wanting a picture, you're taking that risk willingly because he can't read your mind. That's why Kinu does the hand floating. Keanu Reeves, yeah.
Neo. Let's call
Yeah.
him Neo.
Yeah. Um, you might say, okay, there might be something there. So maybe that fact on itself can justify them not acting within a week, for example. But it's just a strategy. If people are suing you, you need to sue back. If the people are claiming something, you need to claim it back and then try to settle it.
Okay, okay. And by the way, one remark I want to make: they didn't only remove him from the premises; they notified NFL about the whole situation. So, resulting in escalation on NFL's part as well.
I was wondering how that happened, but you're saying that the Marriott did it. So
I think they did. Yeah, I think that was in the beginning. Why the NFL moved that fast as well, because it was from the one day to the other. It
yeah,
was removed. So I guess Marriott notified NFL that they are removing him from the premises as well because of this and that. Maybe they could have waited on another day and do a better research, due diligence, and then
yeah.
remove him after. But
So the question is whether that was proportionate. If I call if something happens and I call your employer, I mean, if something happens in a private setting, let's say I hit your car or whatever, and I call your employer, is that proportionate? Without me actually having conducted the investigation? So maybe the removing was proportionate, but the calling was not. And by calling, you knew
What would happen after?
what would happen.
Is this maybe the first corporation applying cancel culture rules?
I'm just saying, it's definitely not the first
They try to
corporation
cancel.
applying cancel culture rules. All I'm saying is, it costs a lot to be woke.
We have a video. I think we have a.
It's yeah, we have a video of it of wokeness costs. Oh yeah, but we didn't publish it.
We haven't published it yet. We should.
Wokeness
It costs you a lot.
costs a lot of money.
By the way, talking about Keanu, he doesn't only do it with fans. This man is moving consistent. Even Dolly Parton doesn't get a hug, man.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah.
Hey, man, we might have to learn something about Keanu, man. He might know something others, all of us don't.
Yeah.
You go like this. Oh, you cannot see it. Anyway, guys, it's is there anything else we need to cover? I mean, we have some videos we can discuss, but I think we covered majority of those videos as well. At the end of the day, RJ, seeing and how the case has been developing lately, do you think that? I mean, I have my own opinion. I think they are done for, and they are just stalling as long as they can in order to, like you said in the beginning, in order to get a um, to tire Irving in this case to settle as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Does Marriott even stand a chance if this goes to court? Based on what we know now,
Yeah. So I would say again, in the court of public opinion, would they stand a chance? I believe that they will not stand a chance. They won't stand a chance. And that's purely based on the information surrounding the video, but not the video itself, not the footage itself, right? But the fact that Irving moved immediately, the fact that witnesses claim that nothing happened, the fact that a video surfaced where you could just see Irving talking to people, the fact that Marriott was trying so hard not to disclose the video, saying, oh yeah, no, but we cannot show the video because we need to protect the privacy of the we need to protect the privacy of the employee. Why can't you blur the employee out? You know, so what are you talking about? So that makes me believe that Marriott doesn't want the video to come out. So I think in the court of public opinion, yes, Irvin will win. The question is legally whether the judge might think that the judges might say, or the court might say that Marriott acted accordingly or appropriately. I think they went overboard the moment they called Irvin's employer. Yeah. So the video would need to prove that they had sufficient reasons to call Irving's employer. Because if you have video where nothing if you have footages where nothing happened, and you still call the employer, that means you found him guilty before you conducted the investigation appropriately. It was probably some woke employee who called the NFL. And
Guys,
that's what happened.
So just so you guys know, um, we said that they informed the NFL. Just so you guys are aware, we have sources. So in case Marriott thinks we are moving recklessly, if we are just reporting on the source, which is Pro Football Talk from NBC Sports. If you sue us, don't sue us, sue them, because we are just
No.
reporting what is mentioned here.
Yeah.
Early in the Super Bowl week, representative of an NFL Arizona hotel owned by Marriott informed NFL Network of the misconduct made by an unnamed employee about the Hall of Fame receiver Michael Irvin. And this
Yeah.
is how you make sure the vultures stay away.
Brett Favre's of the world.
The Brett Favres. That's the next show, guys. Stay tuned because we might see a couple of things there. Brett Favre is moving. I'm not gonna say. He's moving funny.
Yeah.
He's a comedian. He thinks it's a joke.
He's
Right?
tired of people talking bad about him.
He's on a on a road. He's going down the road to clean up his name.
Yeah. Yeah.
But is he putting more shame on the name? We will talk about it in the next show. Anyway, RJ, think we discussed this topic extensively for an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you give us? Can you give us a recap?
Okay, that's a nice one. So the recap, guys. We talked in today's show about Michael Irvin. We talked about the events that happened after. So since our last show, as it pertains to the case, because in the last show, in the first show we did about Michael Irvin, we talked about we went through the court documents, the court document that he filed. After that show aired, a lot of things happened. Some videos of witnesses came out claiming that they were there and stating that Michael Irving was a complete gentleman, talking respectfully, making jokes, and you could see that he was tired. And they offered, I believe, one guy also offered him a drink, and he said no, he was tired. He just wanted to go to bed, and he went there alone. It's also mentioned in the court document that he filed. After that, so from that point on, actually from the start, people were like, hey, but this doesn't seem like he did what he's being accused of. Nonetheless, the NFL network prohibited him from attending or
Being part of the crew.
yeah, of being part of the crew during Super Bowl weekend. So that was a very important weekend. A lot of people look forward to hearing Michael Irving's take. I'm probably sure that Irving himself wanted to be there. It's a great environment, great energy, maybe even bring back some old memories of him playing during the Super Bowl. And he was denied of that. Even when
Only
the
winning.
information, what did you say?
Winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, winning Super Bowls, multiple. So they took all of that away. And now, and as a result, Irving was like, you know what? Judge, I want Marriott to hand over the video. Nothing else. Hand over the video. I have the witnesses already. I need Marriott to hand over the videos. the footage where, because they had a bunch of cameras in the lobby, I want to see where I did something wrong. And Marriott was like, Judge, sorry, but we do not recognize you as the judge to handle the case.
Quite
You don't have jurisdiction. It should be tried in Arizona, not in Texas, and so on and so forth. And they kept saying, yeah, we don't want to share the video because we need to protect the identity of our employee, being the employee that claimed that she was harassed. And the judge was like, nah, just hand it over. And all those circumstances make it a bit suspicious that it's suspicious. Why would you not share the video? The video that basically shows everything. That it shows all the facts that are relevant to the case. They actually claim that the information the video wasn't relevant. But of course, they were applying a stalling tactic, want to drag things out because they know that Michael Irving probably wants to settle the case as soon as possible, wants to conclude the case as soon as possible. Michael Irving doesn't want to. He wants his name cleared as soon as possible. So by dragging the case out, Irving would be more inclined to reach a settlement for a lower sum. So that I believe that's probably what is happening. But I guess time will tell. We will most likely do another show on this topic when more information surfaces. So if you haven't done so already, guys, follow the channel and click on the notification bell so you can stay up to date with the developments in this case. We're probably also going to cover we're also covering, actually, I have to say, the Brett Favre versus Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp case. So that's actually the second part of today's doubleheader, but we'll be covering that trial or the trial as well. So if you haven't done so already, please stay up to date and don't forget to share your thoughts and opinions with us. Let us know if you think that if you believe that Michael Irving is innocent or guilty, and please explain why. Tell us if you think that we're wrong or whether you agree with us. We're curious to know your thoughts and opinions. And as we always say for the haters, keep on hating in the comments because it definitely helps us with the engagement. It helps us in the algorithm. The more hater, the better. That means you're making it, KaiR.
That's what they said.
Yeah.
What
So
they say in the streets.
yeah.
People hate on you, you're doing something right, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what they say. Or you very wrong. But that was the recap. That was the recap. Did I miss anything, KaiR?
I think you covered the majority of the things we discussed. So, yeah, I think we can start.
Yes, guys. Thank you to everyone that's watching the live show, as well as those watching the rebroadcast. Whatever your thoughts are, please let us know in the comments below. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button and follow us on our socials, Facebook and Instagram at Double Touch Show. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel. The subscription really helps. We are trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of June of this year. So please subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps us with the engagement. It helps us to get monetized. And that will, of course, help us with the investments necessary to keep growing the show. We're just getting started. We have big plans for the show, and we really count on your support. Remember, guys, as KaiR always says,
but I can only show you the door.
When you open the door, the only thing I can hope for is that this is what you will be doing. I hope that also for you, Michael.
Dry your tears with the moolah. Hey guys, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section below. Let's stay friendly. We need to be polite. With that being said, we'll see each other in the next show. Stay tuned for the doubleheader, the Pat McAfee, the Brett Favre case versus Pat McAfee and Shannon Sharp. Stay tuned. We're gonna air it today. If you haven't done so already, remember, guys, subscribe, because this is just a taste of what we will provide. We'll see each other in the next shows. Take care. Peace.
Peace.